As you can see, when I take my hair down, I'm still looking to see who got my phone. This ain't a propaganda. Advertisement. Because you see the first thing I did was put my hair in a bun. I ain't got those colors. Ain't around me. I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you something. When I'm running, you know what's funny? Take your time sometime. Because I don't mind going what y'all might think. What you think it is. Because last time y'all did that, we got a situation as a humanity. You know the song by Kanye West? It's like, I can testify. Put in the spot, looking extra fly. It's like, always positivity. It gets there. Doesn't mean you go and do with your positivity. Don't go. If that's the case, bro, in the sense of Tower of Babel, do what is commanded by God, y'all. But the Tower of Babel, we ain't gonna do that again. Last time we did that, or they did that, we got all these hurricane level vocabularies. We don't, the English language que yo estoy hablando en español puede ser, it could come from all the way from there. They got it. So we ain't gotta grow and keep talking about it. So as tribes in each, I call them tribes that eat their vocabulary in a way. The tribes' vocabulary, wherever you're from, you know the land you're on, bro. Y'all read it. We all reading it until it all gets fixed. So I'm not here to be combative, bro. What I'm saying is when I'm trying to get my pajamas and I just lay down and chill, but y'all think that time behind this thin, beautiful layer of eyelids that I have is going to like stop the possible chase, because I have a recipe, and it's a recipe that was awesome. We were just streaming, so now you're wondering what's the blabber about? What is all that? Consider it. We're gonna think about it. How I'm doing, but this is one thing. It's not advertisement. The more time you try to get me, don't use me for Sterling, because I'm gonna tell you something. I just had some tea. I had tea. I had my tea time. And guess what? Out here, look, could be, you know what I'm saying, the Americas. Well, you know what I'm saying? It's not so bad. I know it's not bad. What is the time? Oh, yeah. Remember, guys, I went looking for water. Remember? I was dehydrated. As I was saying, I'm trying to survive. It's funny. I'm trying to survive. Alice I would say she gets a little, in the sense of measurement, her height grows. So, y'all gotta start somewhere. Use your imagination. If she grew and I'm having to a little bit before I can get up there and touch the sky, I'm gonna have to find some more of that water that shrunk me. It's like, honey, I shrunk the kids. I've been drinking this water. I've shrunk. Whatever. I'm grateful though. No matter where I've shrunk, you know what that means? I exist, and I'm thankful. And I'm in what body? And I'm shrunk? What did the Bible say about what kind of body we have? We were made in God's image. So, what's the big deal here? Hey, I try to consider. What I'm doing here is I'm showing off that I don't need to cover myself, because I read the Bible. I'll just tell you right now, I don't got to cover myself. I don't mind wearing a comfortable outfit. I'm not saying God can't cover me when it's cold. If you have that problem, last time you keep thinking about that, they had that one time when people go up to the Nepal. I ain't trying to be rude, but the heat of their body, the heat of the scientific measurement body goes away from them. You remember? It goes away. Like Avatar, that gentleman, he may have people. I'm not being rude, but it's not science. What I'm saying is that the thing is, it goes back to the Tower of Babel. In the Tower of Babel, I'm not rude, we all learn different languages. Not to hate. It's just, y'all ain't going to be building all the way up to the heaven, because somebody got it. That's just the way it is. So I'm not saying What I'm saying is that they have their stuff. I'm not saying that they don't know that they're trying to reach the only God that exists. I'm not saying that. I'm just not quantifying or scientifically, bro. Those gentlemen have a physical sign of reality that something's happening when they're meditating, out and out, like in that area. There's a sign. So if you talk about Garden of Eden, and hey guys, they eat the fruit because it's cold outside or chilly, I ain't gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. It's just the way the thing. I'm not saying that I won't go speak about the Holy Bible, but I'm saying that to cover myself, there might be a good reason, man. After all this time, I'm not mean. You know, I'm not mean, bro. I'm just saying that this is not bad to be chilling like this. I'm not saying I'm gonna be doing this all the time. I'm just saying it's not bad, bro. The people that were, dude. We need to. The thing is, it's already written about even being uncovered and naked, blind, uncovered, afraid, and all that stuff. It's written about that in the New Testament, in the old. So it's written in the Old and New about it. Of course it is. Thank God we know what God has told us, man. So if I'm out here, I'm not naked. And what I'm saying is that if those people, they keep, there's no science. I'm not hating on science. Y'all, don't try to quantify or scientify the spirit, I would recommend. Because the spirit, what if the spirit is like a beautiful light surrounding you? In that whole area, every area that y'all are at, however you want to imagine it. You can't limit it. And y'all got y'all's little thing going on about what is this? Hey, aren't you supposed to, we're supposed to be doing other stuff, nicer things. You know what I'm saying? Not nicer things. There's nothing nicer than the spirit. But trying to quantify the spirit, bro. Come on, bro. I'm just saying. You're going to open the door to the other the box I've never opened. I've never been there. I don't do horror film. You can check all my reviews on where you put the reviews in this time. That big database. You're going to see the genre, like the genres. They have them all categorized, movies in genres. And I don't have one in spooky or horror at all. But there's like 15,000 other movie reviews on the biggest database. None on that side of like, I don't even talk about it. I just avoid it. It's not there. It's not that it's dead. It's just not there. You're not going to have me on there. You ain't going to have me. That's it. I don't do spooky. I don't do all that. It's not on my resume of movie databases and streaming. So there's no horror. It's another thing that I don't even know. It's just or. Because I don't have it. So when you go into that hole of that genre and you see that I don't have it in all my databases of movie reviews and I have honorable good ones, that tells you something. I'm not like that. So I'm here. And I'm not going to be telling y'all too much. Just know that if you think you're going to get the recipe for the llamas or if you're going to hack my phone, just get straight to the point. If you're a magician hacking my phone, I'm not mad at you. I'm not giving you permission. I ain't mad. You're not getting it. It's not right. It's painful. It's not right. Hacking my phone, because Wonka's out there playing game, man. I'm grateful. But if we ain't got to get situated and somebody coming in here and we got to do this, I don't want to get like that. I like that. So what I'm trying to say is I like that. So guess what? It is not a bad time. I had tea, everything situated. Bruh, dude, imagine being at the factory, bro, and like, I'm no shirt. It's not a bad thing. What I'm trying to say is, it's like, yeah, God out there, it's not Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka, I know. We don't have this environment without God. I'm grateful. So whenever we close the doors at the factory, ain't nobody trying to come out and in and out. This ain't there ain't no bad stuff going on. Nobody doing harm. Ain't nobody talking about doing harm. I'm over here talking about creation. It's the opposite of harm. Harm reduction, none of that. That ain't happening. So if we, Marvel and DC, have jumped into Wonka's factory for a moment of time, I think what would happen, the big time of it, if there's a big montage of all imaginative things that are all light and positive creation, is that when like there's a beautiful, beautiful creature that's like, when they find that, I feel like it's gonna be the creature that is roaring like not roaring, a schnauzer. It's like a schnauzer, and that when it goes, oh no, nah, something the most innocent dog, I would say, like a dog. It runs into a dog that's on the way running to get a bowl to eat, not knowing that every movement that it makes it's spitting out flavorful candies. We haven't even got to the dog. I'm talking about dog in time. The thing is, when it's all, because we're running around, we haven't talked about the dog. I have to say something. The dogs aren't too. I don't talk about them like that. They're always looking good. They got it. So, you heard about the wolves? The candy wolves I hear about. I don't hear about Vishasa Street. Vishasa Street are out there, and I don't do that stuff. So in the factory area, no matter you're running around, I have to pause time. Don't y'all see? I'm pausing time a little bit because I'm taking a break. I'm taking a break from the chase, taking a break from the run. I'm here, man. Taking a break on this. Yeah. Technically, it's not bad, but this is looking good. I got my sweater on. What I'm trying to say, it's not bad. And now, moving on from in straight positivity, thankful for the foundation we're on, we gotta consider what happened. I have some things up the sleeve, but I don't know if I should do it. I don't know if I should do it here, guys, because we're right outside. You know what this reminds me of? If we're right outside the factory, and there was like a brick wall, and we jumped over it, and right when we jumped over it, bro, there's a man delivering a pizza. Right at the front door, he's like, "Here's your pizza," and because he gave the guy the GPS coordinates of where he was escaping from the factory, but it is not pizza. He brought him candy, because who do you think's doing security? Right outside the gate. The gate doesn't mean that there isn't people looking out that eat candy. I got me some. I got me some. I don't need their candy. If I'm trying to go this way, I may have to find another way. Not that I'm mad. What I'm trying to say is that I don't mind. Alright? So whenever I have mine, and I'm cozy, and I'm thinking about what I'm going to have, guess what I got? Not just candy. We're not stuck just on the word candy, guys. Candy is a beautiful word. But let me tell you something real quick. Bring it in. I may have to go do some other stuff. When we get the fabric, if you bring it in here, I'll tell you about it. Because Deadpool 3 with Wolverine are out. Deadpool's not necessarily a death character. I'll tell you something. Y'all don't know his good side. He's always good. I'm talking about his inner core side. When you find it is portrayed. I say it. I say he's bad. I say when you really find, you know what I'm talking about. It's just a little there. I'm not saying his normal being is. In fact, he's a good man, more than it, honorable beyond. But what I'm trying to say is, when you realize what's funny and about how they mix with Wolverine, you'll see what's going down. It's amazing. So y'all will understand. So, you know what I'm saying? So don't forget that I went and got something going on. When I got lost at the theater, and I told you I logged on. Did I leave? Was that saved? If that wasn't saved, that's sad. I would like to see what happened. Sometimes, looking at a factory, remember, when we were gonna go see the movie, it was there, all that beautiful light. Now he's incarcerated. How could he be? He's not incarcerated always. But the thing is, when you find out, I know because I have to recover the word Deadpool, because that gentleman is misunderstood if you really get it. Like, very high level. He's really recovered. I'm glad I'm glad he's on it. Because, you know why? Because he recovered it. Because he's on what if too. Or if. He's on if. So then there's what if, and then he's already crossed into what if in their scenario. But it's like, hey, if it's my Super Bowl commercial time now, it's still a possibility we could maybe just do that and just had a good time right here, and not say that because they've already collected doing all their stuff with the box office tickets, man. I'm pretty sure they did a good job. I'm not really out there to do that. I'm not here. It's not about always finances with me. It's about the enjoyment. And if they're enjoying it, if they're enjoying their work, then it's not acting. At that point, you can just start doing that. But the thing is, Ryan Reynolds about to get a bunch of credit. You know what I'm talking about? Because in Spider-Man, though, that's what I'm saying. Peter Pan, not Peter Pan. Bro, y'all start getting into the Peter Pan. We gotta start talking about something real quick. There's nothing bad. I'm saying Peter Parker has another connection, and y'all gotta figure that. Listen, bro, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, we have something beautiful. The comics that have been turned and adapted to all this stuff, yay! When we speak about the Holy Scripture, the Holy Bible, around my area, like possible preachers could be out there. That's not in possible fiction, hoping on what if. I'm not hating because it's Marvel and DC. They're making movies. Holy Bible is the foundation of me, bro. So what I'm saying, I ain't got no more anything. That's it. So non-fiction, fiction, all that stuff, count non-fiction. It's like, it's funny though. It's weird though, because it doesn't need it, because everything else could be whatever. Nah. Because what I'm about to say here is obvious. In Marvel, what's different about what? That's weird. I don't know about that in DC. We have to do research, man. A little bit on that. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not bad. Guess what it is? Spider-Man, he has a connection. Spider-Man has a connection, and Deadpool have a connection. Which character in DC has that connection? I gotta Google it. I'm not bad. I appreciate them. Marvel has a connection with in theirs. I don't know how it is with DC. Remember? So consider that there. He's made it. He kind of made it clear. He didn't say, and it's just, bro, dude. Remember the one above all? Absolute legend. The one above all hasn't had an adaptation. What? We don't gotta go there. He's not the one above everything, because Stan Lee is consistently doing Easter egg, and Deadpool, and everybody's coming out. Everybody's doing check-ins, but Stan Lee, I would say that in the end, just for safe and a lot, just like, bro, Stan Lee made it obvious that he ain't God. So he's going down as legend. Because if people are gonna be like, And I'm not laughing, man. I don't want to laugh because Stan Lee, he's made his appearances. I love him. He did it. He covered it. It's from distance in life, because he said, dude, they started going up the trail of this, and it's all the one above all. But he's not. He didn't write that 81 was God. You know what I'm saying? He never did. Even when he got to Preacher, if he even took part in Preacher, remember Preacher on AMC? It has it's Jesus, a depiction of what they think Jesus Christ is, but Jesus Christ doesn't fail. Always works. Always works. That's it. It always works. And then, yeah. Nah, but if you think about it, it's confusing. It's confusing because they instantly break. Jesus Christ breaks the fourth wall, whatever it is. It's not breaking though. It's just that's just the way he is. It's authority. So, but then Stan Lee, he has a connection, and he knows who Deadpool is as an illustrator, and Deadpool knows who he is, and he also has a connection with Spider-Man. They're connected. Spider-Man's not so obvious about it. Deadpool doesn't care at one point. He just rambles and goes off, not in a bad way. He speaks off his heart. He doesn't care sometimes. But the thing is, he's got it. And we had, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, what's the thing in him? He's not really supposed to be named Deadpool. You know, think about it, man. Talk about life and stuff. How is he Deadpool if he's unkillable because whatever he gets into is producing his little life? He ain't gone. So how is that? Because he has what about him, man? What about the one that doesn't die? The mass cell of Deadpool. What about him, man? He ain't bad at all. So when you find out that his name ain't Deadpool. I would say his name ain't Deadpool. Because he's so innocent. He just keeps coming back to life. He never dies. That creature, y'all gotta find it. And when you find it, you're gonna realize, I'm not here to change Deadpool's name. But you're gonna realize that guy's, that's so sad. Because he's like, he don't die. He's not supposed, it's like the don't die pool. No Deadpool. Don't die. He don't die pool. He don't die. I wonder what it is in that universe. Because think about it. All this vaporizing, vanishing, whatever. This dude just keeps coming back. In mass, in the world, in space and time. He keeps coming back. Y'all think it's... What do you think it ain't... Bro, Stan Lee ain't God. Above all, ain't God. So, what's bringing this character back to life in the comics, it seems like it's a loving thing, man. I don't think it's a bad thing. We don't never know. So we can't really rename him. But he don't die. He don't die, Pooh. Sometimes I see when he has to recover, he's a straight baby for 1 second, and then he just grows. Because that's the way, he just keeps coming back. He's an innocent child, creature. I feel like that's it. If I gotta watch more, because y'all keep getting him in the X-rated department, there's times where he's not X-rated at all. At all, bro. Because obviously he can't as well, because he's capacitated and recovering as something else. And he's not dead. He's not that negative way all the time. Ryan Reynolds is trying to cover it with What If and F and all that. He's gone and did it a little bit. He's working. So anybody out there working, finally, I'm just saying, it's just hard because with Wolverine, you start talking about, he's still got, like, we're not going to get too complicated with the superheroes, bro. All y'all out there. Because the superheroes, without the superheroes, and without the villains, whatever their names are, what do we have? Writer's block. I feel like it's writer's block. So, if you want to talk about something, we'll talk about Molecular Man in a bit, because we calmed down about that a little bit. Molecular Policeman. He don't arrest nobody. I'm gonna tell you about molecular policeman. He don't arrest nobody because that's stealing. I think arresting is stealing. I'm not here to be like, yo, dude, y'all run and do mistake. When somebody comes rushing over here to continue to make mistakes and you love that thing, to fix that make everything right, and you continue seeing people make a mistake, he recovers it. So and I care about him. So whatever, he can override everything, still care, always. So stop with all y'all thinking that because Mr. Molecular Policeman is gonna let ain't nobody gonna get arrested. That doesn't mean run. It means the opposite. Don't be hurt, nothing, man. We ain't gonna have to do that. You know what? The last time I called a jail, what it was, celery sales. You can eat your way out of it. Candy sales. You can eat your way out. You can't do. But the thing is, you're gonna find out real quickly. I don't do positive negativity. I don't be doing that. And then the thing is, if you try to ever, I made another creature. If this is not his ultra villain, bro. With me, molecular policeman. His ultra level character as a villain. I don't think it would be. I made a creature named Ptiamine. I thought about it. Ptiamine is a historical data researching agency. And they try to find data that has only been limited through one stream of data. There's a lot more databases out there. Because if you want to get technical, this is how I see Ptiamine in a technical situation. When people talk about the beginning of time, and then with the Holy Scriptures, when we talk about Adam, Adam, we're going to talk about, this is my stable, if I have to walk around a stable like this, and we're going to talk about this is not on the same level. But what I'm saying is that people have gone in here, an atom in comic worlds, Atom. If we were to put some style of Adam from the Garden of Eden in there to the atom, the creature, and you start looking at it, and y'all start talking about, when this God told them about, told Adam to name the animals. When we start talking about animal kingdom, bro, y'all want to talk about levels and get mistaken, it's gonna get you lost. Because when you start realizing animals have more of a high level name, they're just, think about it. The humanity, we're sapiens. And then there's that whole Clockworks Orange. Remember? Of sapiens and Tiso Pasecto. And it's all like this, bro. It's like somebody's got it. The ancestors. So consider that. But then we're talking about a possible what if with molecular man police. And I'm like, there's no deprivation here. The thing is, if I was to have somebody come after me, and it's like he is like procreation. I'm procreation. I don't know if that's not in any sense. It doesn't matter, because if you, Mr. Patabi, want to come in and try to get on that, you can't. You can't get into the historical that I just gave you about it. What you're gonna go into is a graveyard, because I don't have one. You're gonna go into a bluebonnet field. I don't own one. It doesn't exist. So I have a place. So Ptiamine. Now y'all get it. I'm just playing with y'all, bro. Whatever I said, it's not. I have a bluebonnet field, whatever, blah blah blah. I don't have that right now. Maybe I do. But Ptiamine is a creature like they had in that one show, Legion. Legion, he gets a bad rap for a reason. But Legion, in the show, in FX, with Preacher and everybody, all those, and we mixed them all together, now we're just running like we're innocently at Wonka's. He's innocent. Legion is innocent. Think about it. He doesn't know he has what he's doing. So when you put Legion in a chair and you put him in a terroristic attack like they did in FX, where he's tied to going into the pool in straps, and they come out because he's like panicking past what he knows, and he doesn't know it because the water's containing him, because Mr. Waterman's all over him, covering him. He's covered. He's not going to hurt him. But the thing is, he reacts in this manner. No one knows that it was unintentional. So he walks out. That's why when he comes out of that pool in FX, it looks like it's unintentional. He's like getting pulled, like dragged in there like he was drowning. And then he just looks around. He's like, what? No one's telling him in that moment, dude, that was you, bro. No one knows that. But that's what I'm trying to say. He doesn't even know it himself. So it does, in a way, it doesn't even exist that he did that. So when y'all try to find something beside me, and you still want to try to find historical data on the total existence, you're going to find out a time and space me. And you're going to find a place where there's nonsense and you're going to get lost in there. It's like not even, it's deeper than the void. But timing, don't go there. So, because you're talking about molecular police, man, I get it. There could be somebody trying to see how his detective work was, but you're not going to get that card. Because that's the light side. That's it. So, if we want to get characteristic about molecular police, and then we have to have a villain right away, reverse slash flash, boom, boom, boom. But timing, you may not get it. You're not going to get it. Because, like, I know better. So, that's just the way it is, man. So, molecular, try to see, you're not going to be, if you're trying to be, you're not going to be like that. It's funny, but you're not going to do it. So, Legion in FX, I'm just playing games with y'all. But y'all don't, because but timing is just it's a character that it's like a leech of historical data that's not its property. So that steals. He's consistently stealing. Her and him are stealing. Because they're trying to go into people's minds and then corrupt them and do like that. You're stealing because these people are innocent. That Legion character, David, one of the greatest names to ever be written in the Bible, now is being named by Professor X as a baby. And guess what? But timing is there. So if they want to try to act all innocent about checking for better things, bro, but timing woke up with Legion one time when Legion was a baby. Or whatever that character's name, Lenny. Remember Lenny in FX? Who wins the battle? His father. In the end, Legion's dad wins that whole, they do a 5-hour thing about all this stuff. It's amazing to see Legion's work in real life. Try to. But y'all to remember, if we go back to things real quick with Legion, because he's a very specific mutant, Professor X, Wolverine, and everybody. Remember talking about Legion, when he instantly realizes, you can see it in his eyes, what he has. When he finally, somebody's upfront and honest with him, they see it. He sees it. You can see it in his eyes. And he's like, he's not going to hurt a thing. So when they find out in time, there's a woman in time that comes up to him that he loves, and it comes back from times like, dude, you're the reason the world was like this. He's in shock. Look at the gentleman's face. He's in shock because he's in a graceful state looking, bro. He looks like he's got past what happened in the beginning of when he got out of that dang pool. When he got out of that pool, that was a war zone that that was other people doing that. He's running. He's running. He's an innocent. He's running. He don't need to run. He could just be controlled. He didn't do it. He was just running. So he realizes later that you understand his innocence. Yeah, he might have done this at one point. But when somebody comes from the future, it doesn't matter. I get it. Beauty's beauty. But somebody says to him, to Legion, bro, I'm from the future. You're the reason the world, and this one, is God. And we're trying to fix it. And she used to be his partner. I would be in shock at big time. Because the way he acts after that, dude, he starts like leaking like this flare off of him. In season 2, he's just sitting there just like floating in the air. And he's leaking all this stuff. And people are trying to gain that juice from Legion. The thing is, Legion is on a good path right there as a character. If he's trying to get to a level where he thinks he's going to be something, he can't, because But what I'm saying is he got that level. He's strong. What I'm saying is that we're not. He's meditating, bro. He's not. He's not with. So in positivity, people are trying to get it over there. They're trying to leech off his loving, like getting over his past. That's in the middle there. Remember when he's kind of like, he has like air candy coming off of him while he's floating, and people are in that room trying to. They're all trying to. It's Lenny though. It's Lenny in a way. It's Lenny. It's like a thing. He's just been there since he grows. It is like whatever, but it's not whatever because when his dad realizes it, it's over with. It just makes it, that's just the way it is. So Patai mean whatever it is that Patai mean gonna go out there. Lenny reminds me of what Patai mean is to Legion, but I don't see it. He does. He sees in the. I don't even know how that works. So I don't see it because we're talking about a character in this other style of where I go to Alice Wonderland. I drink some of her water, and then I meet Willie, and Willie's got all this stuff, and it's all like, yeah, it's all misconjecture, but I got to get some water. I'm back at Alice's house, and what is supposedly her house? Somebody drew a house on her shoe, so it looks like a house. So I see some stuff over there, and it's whatever. So that's a different style universe. It's ridiculous because when you realize it, Marvel and DC, and then DC doesn't have somebody saying that he can talk and break the fourth wall. So the breaking of the fourth wall is, I think it's special then. If DC held it down like that, then we may not be able to go and start just cross-referencing then. Because I know. But I'm not mean. So if there's protecting like indexes and stuff like that, from any like loving creature that wants to involve everybody. Hey, you know what? It's already been broken without anybody else's concern. You know where it was? I just want to let you know where it came from. On Fortnite. It's on Fortnite. Oh my gosh, bro. So that must mean because Epic at this time was making $1 at a time, that they were able to go maybe talk to somebody at DC that has the rights. Pfft, goodness me, I've been talking about the rights for a long time. I get it. They got it though. So it's amazing. It's a portrayal there. It's a universe. That's amazing. Yo, man, that's insanity. That's a beautiful thing, dude. They were able to get that on there. I'm proud of them. DC's on there. Later, though. It was so long. So now there's a reason on What If to cross it over. But I respect the fact that he held it down for so long. Maybe for a reason. Hey, whatever. It's amazing. So, there we go. So what are we going to have to talk about? When is there going to be a creature? I feel like there's a creature on the, I don't know. We'll talk about that later. The Legends of Tomorrow, everybody. Joker. Batman. We've already talked about Batman. We've already been crossed this over. Joker, he reminds me of Patai sometimes. Because you're, in a way, in that universe. So, and, because remember we were talking about Mr. Tiapogo? Why do you think I took it so serious? Mr. Tiapogo. I see your alias. Mr. Tiapogo is too close to TP. Backwards. It's PT. With the Ed in front. Not with an N in front. 2 T's. Mr. Tiapogo. Whatever. But I mean, however I would spell it, is pterodactyl. Remember pterodactyls? They're not bad. They look good. Pterodactyl spelled with the T. With the P. With the P. It's with the P. Pterodactyl. Ptymine. We got it together. There's a ptymine. Whatever, dude. I'm not going to take something out of what we just talked. Look at there. There we got the land before time with it. Ptymine, you got there. Land before time. You have to, because there's, what is the loving pterodactyl's name? And it's like, it's beautiful. But that's the pterodactyl's name. And they're spelled in P's in front of it. Alright? So, Ptymine, meet land before time. Because that's what y'all go have to do. And then, like, before you go up those stairs of, like, land before time, you ever see how they, like, Cretaceous and Jurassic periods? Oh, my gosh. That's what you're going to have to do. And you're not, because I'm not going to hurt you. That's just a bunch of stuff that you can research before you're going to go on to molecular police, man, while I'm working. All right. Enjoy finding out all that. Anyway. Goodness, bro. Y'all don't get it. If we have DC and Marvel in the game, then we have a beautiful situation. So, what else is it? The time police, all this stuff. John Wick's in the game. All of them are in the game almost. That's, except a lot of people. What's missing is a sad thing that's not there yet, was when they start to get the story and everything from season 4, man. I'm still back in season 4 with the Omega. And he's black and purple. We're talking about what if. So listen, I gotta get run. Look, I understand that I was sitting there doing the what if and stuff, and we're gonna think about imaginary possible things. It's not bad. But if Wonka is chasing you, dude, it's a high level chase. So I'm running because somebody one time was like, hey, in like in the office. And I was like, yo, yeah, let me get there. Ah! Dude. Someone's got his phone. That ain't jail, by the way. Anyone here? Oh my goodness. Who's chatting? Who could that be? Oh my gosh. There's somebody. He's got followers.